Yo, what's happening, you goofy Guzzlord? Some new Mega Pokemon have been revealed, so that's what we're going to be taking a look at here today. This will be releasing over in Japan in like some starter deck style products on September 5th. We'll be getting these in similar decks to what we got for like Marnie's Grimmsnarl and Steven's Metagross on October 24th, I believe. I actually don't know how this is going to kind of line up. This will be after our first Mega set, but I don't know if these cards are going to not be legal until our second Mega set. I'm actually not sure how these products line up and when they will be officially legal for like tournament play. Of course, we'll get them on PTCG Live if they're officially releasing on October 24th. We'll get them on PTCG Live on October 23rd, but they might not be legal for play until the next Mega set releases, and then 2 weeks after that. So it might be similar to the Steven's Metagross, Marnie's Grimmsnarl situation, where those products released way ahead of when they became legal for play, and it kind of messed things up on the PTCG Live ladder, to be honest, because it was basically like playing a fake format that was never going to be competitive at any major tournaments. So I don't know if that's going to be the same situation with these or not, but I guess we'll have to wait and see for sure. If you know, let me know. Comment section down below. Let us know. I'll pin your comment. But yeah, let's get into it. First up, we've got the Gengar line 70 HP Gas Leak and Buddy Poffin for it. We got the 100 HP Haunter here. It's got that Hollow Shot for 40 damage for a Dark Energy, 100 HP. And then the Mega Gengar EX, which of course is probably the big card coming out of these reveals. 350 HP, Stage 2. Shadow Hiding, a ridiculously powerful ability, but it is on a Stage 2 Mega Pokemon and will have to involve you setting up more Dark Pokemon, because whenever one of your Dark Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon EX, specifically, your opponent takes one less prize card. This effect does not stack. So if you've got a Gengar EX setup and you have a Grimmsnarl EX setup, which seems like one of the better partners for the card because Grimmsnarl is so self-sufficient, if you can get to your Mega Gengar and your Grimmsnarl through some T-Evolution plus some Rare Candy combos, then you can all of a sudden be attacking with a Grimmsnarl that's only worth one prize card as long as you have the Mega Gengar EX on your bench. So that seems pretty solid, to be honest. If there was any like one prize Pokemon you could play this with, that would be pretty cool as well. I couldn't think of anything crazy. The best one prize Dark Pokemon that I can think of that actually hits reasonably hard and actually puts pressure on your opponent is the Murkrow from the United Wings deck, but I don't think you'd be able to make like a whole United Wings deck and then also have Mega Gengar EX in there as well. So let me know what you guys think as far as ideas go with this card. Grimmsnarl stands out to me as being the best inclusion because, like I said, it's so self-sufficient at setting itself up and getting itself going, so it's a little bit easier to get the Gengar set up alongside it, so the Grimmsnarls are only worth that one prize card. But yeah, let me know if you have any other ideas. The attack here for 2 Dark Energy, the Void Gale does 230, then you move an energy from this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon. It's kind of whatever. I don't think you'd be playing Mega Gengar EX just by itself. It being a 2 prize Pokemon that does 230 damage, even though you can serve the energy, because its ability will effectively make it a 2 prize Pokemon, even though it is a Mega Pokemon that is worth 3 prize cards. Might as well just play Charizard at that point, I feel like. It's also weak to fighting, which might not be great depending on how the fighting Pokemon turn out. Mega Lucario seems like it has some potential, so we'll have to see with that. But yeah, Mega Gengar EX, really good ability. It feels like it has an okay partner in Grimmsnarl. That could be the way it goes. That could be competitive. Besides that, though, I can't really come up with any ideas. Let me know what you think, though. We got the Murkrow here. Ambush for a Dark Energy. Or let's not talk about the Murkrow. The Murkrow's kind of... It also has 60 HP, which is not good. Don't have 60 HP. Dragon Pulse coming for you. Got the Honchkrow here. Dark Colorless. Discard 2 energy from this Pokemon that's attacked as 120 to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Or actually, one of your opponent's Pokemon. Excuse me. This is like a super hefty cost for an attack, though. Double Dark Colorless? Like, how are we ever setting this thing up? Janine's? Yeah, I don't even know. It almost makes me wonder if there is some more dark support coming out soon for these cards, but maybe not. Yeah, this Honchkrow is actually just kind of terrible. These are like starter deck cards, though, so keep that in mind, I guess. Like, this is all coming in these like starter deck style products, so there's not going to be great evolutions that go with it, but yeah, this card is pretty terrible. I haven't read the Sableye yet, actually. Dark Energy, 20 damage. If you have a Stage 2 Dark Pokemon in play, it's attacked to 70 more damage. All right, so 90 damage. That's actually not bad, especially as like an initial attacker to be able to KO stuff like Dreepies and Ralts and things like that. Use this early on aggressively. Maybe you get the Gengar out alongside it, and if your opponent does KO it, they actually don't get any prize cards, which is kind of cool. There's just a Eternatus here. Also haven't read this, but it looks like it's not worth reading. We got the Punk Helmet. Kind of a buffed Rocky helmet here. If the Dark Pokemon this tool is attached to is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from an opponent's Pokemon, put 4 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. So twice as strong as Rocky Helmet. Rocky Helmet is 2 damage counters, but it can only be used on Dark Pokemon, so that is a limiting factor. This actually seems pretty decent in Grimmsnarl, to be honest. Grimmsnarl is already kind of like a spread-heavy type deck. You also put this on one of your Grimmsnarls, and then when you get punched, putting 4 damage on your opponent's attacking Pokemon doesn't seem terrible, to be honest. That 4 damage counters definitely could be used to take advantage of getting an effective one-hit KO on some bigger Pokemon between your Frostlass, your Monkey Dories, the Grimmsnarl attacking itself. Yeah, the Punk Helmet honestly seems decent in like a Grimmsnarl Frostlass deck potentially. There's the Mega Diance EX here, 270 HP. It is a basic Mega Pokemon. The ability Diamond Coat, this is Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks. So effectively a 300 HP Pokemon here. As a basic, that's not terrible. Then for 2 Psychic, 120 damage, discard up to 2 energy from this Pokemon's attack. Just 120 damage for each energy discarded in this way. So you're capping out at 240 damage. For 2 Psychic Energy, I don't know. This card is probably not great. The HP is decent. The ability is decent. The attack is where it comes up a little bit short, I feel like. 1 retreat cost, weak to metal. The one way I could see this being played as like a bench sitter in Mega Guardy, maybe. It's a lot of HP on a basic Pokemon you can leave on your bench that for your opponent to go chase would be like a pretty big investment. So maybe something like that as something that just holds energy for your Mega Guardy EX. But honestly, this card is probably just not great. Moving along here, up next to talk about, I actually hadn't seen the Grand Bull up to this point, but this does not seem very good. Mimikyus are generally pretty good cards, but this one is not that. And the last good card is the Wonder Patch here. Attach a basic Psychic Energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Psychic Pokemon. It's a good card. Very good card for any type. We've had it for Metal Pokemon. We've had it for Dark Pokemon twice. We've had it for Mega Pokemon before. Now we have it for Psychic Pokemon. The Wonder Patch. Going to be super powerful. Synergizes really well with the new Fairy Stadium that we're going to be getting as well in this set. And, of course, unlike Guardy EX, this will survive rotation. So, seems like Mega Guardy EX is going to have some pretty powerful cards to pair with it. Even though Mega Guardy, or even though Gardevoir EX is going to be rotated. The Wonder Patch, the Stadium, to discard Psychic Energy and draw cards as well, seems pretty good. So, yeah, definitely, but hopefully these kind of cards find a home outside of just Mega Guardy EX, or this card finds a home outside of Mega Guardy EX. I can't think of any Psychic Pokemon off the top of my head right now, like initially. I mean, something like this with the Mega Diance actually isn't terrible, to be honest. Like, if you played like an aggressive Mega Guardy EX deck where you could like turn 1 going second, attack with Mega Diance EX, you'd be able to effectively KO anything that's in your opponent's active with the Garland Ray here, because you can do 240 damage. Nothing really has more HP than that. You're KOing Phesandipides, you're KOing Genesect. If they open a Dreepy, obviously that gets KO'd. So that could be the use case for the Mega Diance EX, honestly. You could be playing like a more aggressive Turbo Mega Diance attacking turn 1 into Mega Guardy after that style deck. So that could be the home for the Wonder Patch plus the Mega Diance. But yeah, I don't know what else would actually take advantage of the Wonder Patch. I'm sure other decks in the future definitely will. It won't just be Mega Gardevoir EX, or I hope it isn't just Mega Gardevoir EX that's going to take advantage of that card. I guess between that card and the Stadium, maybe there's like some kind of, do like a Lily's Clefairy. That card is actually pretty good with Lily's Clefairy, isn't it? Lily's Clefairy EX. That's something to think about right there, I guess. A lot more efficient card to be able to set up a Lily's Clefairy EX instead of having to play through Crispins and energy switches to kind of create a Lily's Clefairy EX out of nowhere to KO a Dragapult. Just Wonder Patch to it. That's actually not bad. I kind of like that. I kind of like that idea. But yeah, let me know. Let me know what you all think about the Psychic cards and, of course, the Mega Gengar EX. What combos do you think work with it? Comment section down below, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.